All right, guys, so pretty straightforward video today. What I'm going to be showing you and recommending are these window visors that go not only on your front windows, but on your rear windows as well. So the brand that I'm going to use, I'll go ahead and post the link down below in the description. They are by Weston or Wade. Either one of those, the same company, or Weston, I believe, owns Wade. So I've already done the passenger side. No screw up so far on the passenger side, knock on wood. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is show you how to do it on the driver's side. So you're gonna go ahead and get a package just like this, boom. All right, and then you're gonna get these. This is for the rear window right here. All right, and this one is going to be for the front window. All right, so what's different about this set that you may find different is that these actually go not only across, but they also go down below right here. All right, so this is where this portion actually lays. All right, and this actually does not impair your vision or your view with your side view mirror. So I made sure that that was not the case before buying these, because there are some that actually just cover from that edge to that edge. All right, no matter what set you buy, if you're trying to buy them for the rear, they're gonna go across. So let's get into the install. So what I've already done before starting this video was roll the windows halfway down. I'm gonna go ahead and use some isopropyl or alcohol and throw it on some microfiber towel. I'm gonna go ahead and clean the edges of the window. I'm also gonna clean on the interior, the inside of this wedge right here. All right, so as you can see, it probably needs one more cleaning. All right, other than that, that just brushed right off. Other than that, it's gonna be ready to actually mount in your windows. So I'm gonna go ahead, give it one more swipe with a microfiber towel and some alcohol, clean the insides really well. It'll probably take a few other strides. Other than that, I'll go ahead and continue with the install. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the rear window first. All right, so let's go back. Let's get the part. What you want to do is actually press in this 3M tape. As you can see, there's tape. Anyways, what you're going to do, go ahead and press this in. Make sure that the adhesive is good to go. All right, so once you've pressed in the 3M tape, because you never know if it was already pressed in well enough from the factory. All right, so what we're going to do is go ahead and remove the tape cover and go ahead and get it up on the window. All right, guys, so I'm doing this with one arm. Bear with me. Going to wedge this in. All right. Adhesive is strong, so we don't need to baby it. Go ahead and get this on the inside and push that up just like that. All right, you want to make sure it's all the way up. All right, so before we roll up the windows, what we're going to do is go ahead and push this up, ensuring this is all the way up on the door sill. And what you're going to do is actually kind of press this in to ensure that the adhesive is just strong enough to stick onto this portion and not move when we're moving up this window. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to raise the window. I went ahead, raised the window. I made sure that I was pushing from the outside. Actually, I was not pushing from the inside because it's just easier to push from the outside up. All right, while pressing the window, since it's not an automatic window. So that's the way I had to do it. It's all the way up to the top. I pressed the button, made sure I was pushing from the outside up, and then making sure I was pressing from the inside up as well to ensure that the window was well seated and that the adhesion for the window visors was good to go. So now that the window is all the way up, I'm pressing on the outside to ensure that the adhesion is fully seated on the window visor. All right, since these are the inside version, and it will be good to go. All right, so this one is going to be fairly simple as well. All right, so window's about halfway down. All right, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is bend this just a little bit on the outside just like that. Boom. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and press in the center a little bit. All right, and I mean, that's fairly simple. All right, so there's no tape on this edge. There's only tape on this outer edge. So that now that's in. So we're gonna go ahead and do, honestly, I would have taken off the tape and done the exact same thing. But what I wanna go ahead and do is make sure that the fitment is good to go. See where I should be pushing, if it needs to be closer to this corner, and then pushing up on this center, and then this will be good to go. Anyways, hey, just play around with it. As long as this is far up as possible, you are good to go. All right, so honestly, if you're pushing up on this corner, making sure that the tape is all the way up as far as it can, then you're gonna be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tape, and go ahead and do the exact same thing. Push this up. All right, make sure I press edges of this right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and press this in a little bit so it doesn't move as much when I actually push up the window. All right guys, so the front and rear window are complete. What I wanted to mention was that sometimes the window actually retracts, just in case there's something that may be caught up in the window. It actually happened to both front windows, okay? So what I had to do in order to ensure that the window still went up, and there will be some curing time, there will be some time where the windows actually seat well, but what I had to do to ensure that the windows actually seated and was pushing up against the window visors was go ahead and put the window all the way down. And then what I did was actually slightly pull out on these window visors, slightly, just like this. So from the outside, I actually pressed the button for the window to come up. While I was on the outside, I was pushing these, or at least pulling these from the inside out slightly, and the window went straight up. All right, so no issues. What the directions I believe tell you is give it at least 72 hours where you're not touching any of the windows. All right, so that the adhesive actually cures well and seats well against the window sill. After that, you should be good to go. So it may take a few times where the windows may retract some when you're trying to put them up, but for the most part, they will settle, and you won't have those issues anymore. At least I'll go ahead and give a review or mention in the description below, or make a comment if they don't. But for the most part, from my research, they'll be good to go. As of right now, no need to shy away from the inside window visors, but to each their own. So a lot of people get the ones that actually stick on the outside. I don't want that. I don't need to put any stickers, any adhesive on the outside or directly on the paint, especially before I try and ceramic coat this truck. So what that means is I'm gonna go ahead and correct the paint. So I'm gonna do probably a two-step: compound, polish. Well, first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and wash it, clay bar it, and then compound it, and then polish it, and then give it a good ceramic coating. So that's for a later video, but what I'm trying to show you today is don't shy away from the inside window visors. They'll be good to go. Everyone says that the windows settle well with the visors. It just may be a little heartache with the install, but don't touch your windows. Don't let them move for 72 hours. It's kind of like tint, and you'll be good to go. All right, so these are the Weston Wade window visors in channel. I'll go ahead and post the link down below, as well as a couple others. It was only 60 bucks. You can't go wrong. I've really enjoyed them in the past and wanted to make sure that they were on this truck, especially for black trucks, because it looks super good on these black trucks. And you know, if you don't like the in channel, go ahead and try the stick-on outer channel. I think that's what they're called. But either way, these are pretty cool to have and do provide you some shade. For me, there was a lot of rain that was actually kind of moving down along this panel, and then causing the rain or the water to actually drip down onto my console or where my buttons were. So I wasn't a fan of that, especially when you use your windshield wipers. All right, so once they actually push the rain that way towards you, if your window's open, even just a little bit, that water's gonna actually come in, blow in, or actually leak onto this portion of the door. All right, that gets a little old. I don't like water, you know, making its way down here. I also want to leave my windows cracked a little bit, especially in the North Carolina weather. So, you know, if it rains and I crack my windows, you know, the humidity, the heat, that'll all be able to escape. So can't go wrong with these in-channel window visors. Again, I'll go ahead and post the link down below. Guys, let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Until next time, see y'all.